can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh, let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, man, that don't die time. It's all about the vibe, all that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through the bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, don't waste my time.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. Now a guy who grew up just south of here across the river, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. You look at this Eagle defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Swift. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But
and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. He got 29 yards that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Taylor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. Back to throw, Ritter. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Hurts to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it will be Falcon football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. down the right sideline. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Taylor.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there.
Stevenson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big pickup there for the Eagles' 1st down, 18 yards.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. No contact. Trimmer. Hey, Silver. No contact.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for
into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Falcons are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean,
well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1st and 10, Taylor now to the 43, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Ritter. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Check 83, ball going to 83.
Hurts. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this 3rd quarter at their own 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
63.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Check 9. Check. Hey, 73. No touch.
Swift will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now, hang on here because DeAndre Swift injured on that last play and in need of a little assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
73.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Albert O, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Ritter. And he's got Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. Ritter to throw it. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here we go.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Alec Pierce, 27 yards. And the Falcons have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a third and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down. Get to the fourth quarter. Try to keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches.
They just flat out dared them to throw the football, didn't they? Did you see the defense?
It's like a goal line formation.
I mean, just stacked it right up and said, go ahead and throw it. You can have that one. But how about them accepting the challenge and saying, no, we'll go ahead and run it anyway, and picked it up.
They didn't care, even with the added reinforcements. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, second down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Ritter now. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Falcons on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be knocked to the ground right there at the 22. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll look to throw here. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They go play action with Hurts. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 145 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they'll indeed take a knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Falcons,